Okay, so let's go ahead and add in the arm, and the arm's going to probably be the trickiest of all the parts, but let's go ahead and give it a shot. File, New, Standard.ipt, Start 2D Sketch, select a plane, and we're going to start with a circle. So I'm going to use the very origin point and draw in a circle of 1.6 units, like that, and I'm going to use the line tool and cut this circle in half. So it's going to look something like that, and I'm going to finish the sketch. Once you've done that, we're going to use Revolve, and we're going to click on the top half of the circle, followed by Axes. We're going to click at the center line, and instead of revolving it the entire way, we're just going to revolve it to an angle, and this angle is going to be 75 degrees, like that. Go ahead and press OK. Next, we're going to create a sketch right here of this profile. So go to Start 2D Sketch, click on this surface, and all you need to do is go to Project Geometry and then click once. So it creates that yellow border, and we're going to finish the sketch. We need to offset the part of the arm, so we're going to go from Plane, Offset from Plane, click on that, and I want you to click, hold, and drag a plane down roughly 1.6 units. Like so. Press enter, and let's start a 2D sketch on this plane so it looks something like that. Now this might get a little tricky, but we're going to give it a shot and see what happens. To start, I'd like you to draw a circle that matches the circle that we currently have. So it's going to be 1.6, and then I want you to draw a line underneath that circle. So it could be something like that. It just has to be a perfectly horizontal line. We're going to dimension the yellow line up there to this green line over here to be a total of 2.9 units, or my bad, 0.29 units. So it looks something like that. And we're then going to trim off everything we don't need. So it's going to kind of look like that. And that looks good. We're going to finish the sketch, and we're going to loft these two together. So go to the loft option up here, click loft, and first click on this profile. Then once that's been clicked on, go click to add, and click on this profile. So you can see it's lofting the two together, and then go click OK. So it creates that top portion of the. Now to create the elbow, we're going to start 2D sketch on this surface. We're going to do project geometry and click on this surface so it creates that yellow line. And now this time I just want you to draw in a vertical green line. Doesn't really matter the distance, just draw a vertical green line to the right. And then we're going to add a point, so click point. And I want you to put a point at the very edge of the yellow part. So mine's going to be like right there. So at that very edge, I want you to put down a point. And we're going to dimension the line to the point to be a total of 0 units away from each other. So they're going to be pretty much right on top of each other. And I'm going to press Finish Sketch. And now we're going to create the elbow by just going Revolve, and then clicking on that profile that we created, and go to Axes and clicking on the line. So you can see it's like coiling the entire arm. Once again, we're going to switch over to Angle, and we're going to specify that this is going to be 45 degrees. So you can see that elbow is being created, and then go ahead and press OK. Okay, let's wrap this up by starting a 2D sketch on this surface and doing that project geometry trick, project geometry, and clicking on this. So it creates those lines, and it's saying fail to project. So let me try that one more time. Start 2D sketch, click on that surface, project geometry, and then make sure that works. And if not, I'll just click on the two lines like that. It might be this part. Okay, so it wasn't quite working, but you can just click on the individual lines to create the profile. And we're going to offset a plane, offset from plane. This plane, a total of 1.2 units. Press OK. And now I'm going to start a 2D sketch on this surface, and what we have to do here essentially is create the circular portion that's going to eventually house the person's arms. So this circle is in fact smaller. So I'm going to just draw a circle of, let's say, 1.25 units. So it is smaller. And just to make sure that these two dots line up, we're going to dimension from here to there. But if it's not letting you click on it, just go to Project Geometry and click on that, and it should put a point down. Then we can dimension from here to here. And make sure that is 0. So those line up. We can't have these like they are right now because that's going to interfere. So we got to use the tangent constraint. And the tangent constraint, if we have it, is right here. And we're going to click on this line followed by this circle. So it makes them tangent to one another. And that's looking okay. We're going to see how that turns out. So finish sketch. And let's go ahead and give it a loft. So loft, click on this surface, click to add, click on this circle, and click OK. And that's looking actually pretty good. So that turned out really nice. We can create a small socket for the arm, or a small like hole for the arm or the hand to go in. So start 2D sketch, click on this surface, project geometry, click on the outside of the circle, and now we're going to draw in a circle. And the hand's pretty chunky, so let's go ahead and say 0.9 units, like so. Finish sketch, and now we're going to extrude that, but with a cut. And we're just going to make it a total of, let's say, 0.5 units, and press OK. So there we go. We created one of the arms. Let's add in the socket to the side here. So start 2D sketch, click on that surface. And if we're matching what we have before, we're going to draw in a circle at the center there of 0.5, enter. And then we're going to extrude that circle a total of 1 unit, like that, and then press OK. So it's going to look something like that. I want you to go ahead and turn off the planes. Right click and turn off the visibility, like that. I want you to turn off these sketches that we won't need anymore, and to turn them off, just go over here in the browser, right click, and turn off the visibility, right click, turn off the visibility, and we got one more up here. Okay, so it looks like that. And then I want you to save this, so this is the right arm, so File, Save As, Lego Arm Right, press Save. Okay, and now let's create the left arm by simply, and this is kind of tricky, but let's give it a shot. I want you to go to Plane, Offset from Plane, and here, and dragging this plane off, let's say a total of 1 unit, saying OK. Go to Mirror, and I want you to mirror everything that we have. So the lofts, I'm clicking pretty much on everything. So everything's been selected. Mirror plane, click on that plane so it generates another arm on the other side. And that's looking pretty good. And we now need to get rid of this arm. So go ahead to Start 2D Sketch, click on this surface, and I want you to draw a rectangle that encompasses the entire arm. Dimensions aren't important, it just has to be a rectangle that encompasses the entire arm. We're going to go to Extrude. I want you to switch the direction to cover the arm that we created first. I want you to switch it to Cut, so it cuts out the entire arm. Press OK. And then hide this plane by right-clicking it, turning off the visibility, and now we have the other arm. So you're going to go to File, Save As, and then Lego Arm Left, and press Save. Okay, we created the 2 arms, last but not least, the hands, and then we will start designing. I'll see you for the hands.